Yeah.
What you're thinking of is Los Angeles, but you wrote down LA,
What the
right?
fuck?
You wrote down
Is that person Dan? Finger of Dan.
Have you ever wondered what really goes on in the mind of a mentalist? Hello everyone, welcome back to another video on chasing the illusion. In today's video, we're going to be looking at the darker side of mind reading and exploring and understanding how to improve your performances. If you've got an interest in mind reading and magic, then make sure you subscribe to the channel because we discuss all things to do with magic and mentalism, and I even teach some tricks as well on the channel. So yeah, hit subscribe or whatever you do on YouTube. Anyway, let's go on with the video. Mind reading tricks sometimes rely on techniques like cold reading and psychological manipulation. Cold reading means making smart decisions on what we observe, such as body language, what people are wearing, and their tone of voice, and often actually making generic statements that will apply to everyone. Psychological manipulation involves subtly influencing people's thoughts and reactions based on suggestion and body language, and often making people think you know more than what you actually do. These techniques are very, very powerful, and if used correctly, can make your whole audience or whoever you're performing to make you feel very trusted. They're more likely to tell you anything and give away more things. But if used unethically, then you're risking a lot, not just for yourself, but also for who you're performing to. You don't want to be exploring people's vulnerabilities or exploiting their secrets without them even realizing. It is crucial for mentalists and mind readers to use these skills for an ethical reason, for entertainment, to prove that you can read minds, not for horrible reasons. As a mentalist, you'll learn a lot of personal details about people, and it's very important not to share this information unless that person has said they want it out loud for everybody to know. Mind reading can be misused. You can subtly influence somebody to make a decision that they normally wouldn't, and that can lead down a really dark path for them just because they trust in what you're saying, by what you predicted. For instance, if you tell them that you go to a casino tonight and if you put everything on black, for instance, because you know everything will be fine if they do, and they do it and they lose all that money, that's on you, and that's not good. And also, if you can predict that, then why aren't you doing that in real life? Why aren't you using it for yourself and telling somebody else to do it, mate? Just, if you can predict that, do it yourself. People often reveal more than what they usually would do to a stranger when you're a mentalist. I actually don't know the reason behind this. Maybe it's because they already think they know that you're reading their mind, you're already inside their mind, so even if they do announce something that they usually wouldn't, then they probably think you already know what's going on inside their mind. Alternatively, a lot of cold reading and a lot of psychological manipulation, which we've already mentioned, you can pick up on subtle things that people wouldn't usually admit. So, for instance, how people are sitting can show how they're feeling in certain situations. They could be nervous at a party, or they could fancy someone, and if you let that out when they don't want to, that could lead down, a really interestingly bad path. So it's really important not to let out that information, or at least whisper it to somebody. Trust me, I've been in this position. I've done a mind reading trick on someone where I said who they fancied, and it made the rest of the night incredibly awkward. Trust is also very important. When the audience trusts you, they will give more to you. They will tell you more information. Often when I do a trick, and it can just be a simple peek, once I've got that information and I've revealed it, they'll then explain why they picked that certain thing, which then gives me some more reasons to read their mind. And I can take from what they've given me from that point onwards. For instance, one thing that I like to do is when I'm a peak that I like to do is I get someone to write down a personal object of theirs that means a lot to them. Then all I need to do is get a peek. I won't tell you how I get a peek, but all I need to do is get a peek of that object. Then I can read into that what I will. For instance, if it's, I don't know, a teddy bear, for instance. If they wrote down a teddy bear, I can read into that, I can reveal it nice and slowly, tell them it's a teddy bear, and then I can start reading into it. For instance, it could be a family teddy bear that's been passed down, or a family loved one that's died recently could have given it to them, that's why it means a lot to them. There's so many different avenues that you can go down. That is just an example. Use your skills responsibly and never for personal gain. This way you can gain more trust with your audience just by being a morally good person. The respect and integrity you will get from your audience with keeping this in mind will make them keep coming back, and it will probably get you more gigs and magic shows. A trusted performer will gain followers and will get more people coming back to their shows or coming to gigs that you're performing at. And they're the type of audience you want to hang around with you. Now, don't get me wrong, this does mean that you will need to know more magic tricks because you don't want them seeing the same stuff over and over again. But thinking about that, when I have the same people come into my shows, they will always go, oh, do that one with the card, or do that one when you get their star sign. And that will make other people think, oh my God, he knows how to get people star signs, do me. So it can barrel roll you into doing more tricks, and it will lead you into more conversations. And then from doing that to those people will then lead to other conversations. It's like a tree. It's like a tree. You start with one person, they tell the next person about that trick, and then that person will go on about this person at the next show, and it will just grow. So in this video we discussed the dark side of mind reading and the techniques used along with the ethics that will help you become a better performer. We also discussed how trust will help you as a performer and help your relationships as a magician or mentalist. Being a mentalist does come with a certain amount of responsibilities, and it's up to us to make sure we keep the secrets that people just don't want shared. It is a power, and don't misuse it. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, comment and subscribe to the channel. If you want to see behind the scenes videos and discounts on all my merch and projects and tricks that I actually do bring out, then check out the Chased membership over on Patreon. I've also got an Instagram and a TikTok. If you want to follow me on them, go for it. Everything will be linked somewhere. But that is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed, and I shall see you in the next one. Goodbye.